Yes, guys, Ryjack back here for another video. Today, we're looking at the return of the Premier League. City are back in action after another long international break. I'm very tired of those. Thankful we don't have one, I think, until March of next year. So that's nice. No more interruptions. It's just straight City football every weekend. So, anyway, before we do start, a little bit of personal news. My wife did deliver the baby that we were talking about on stream the other day, so all things good there. There will not be a watch along for the Newcastle game tomorrow. I will be handling the baby as a new dad, so forgive me for that. But do appreciate the support we're getting on the channel. Very much just cool to see likes, comments, subs all going up every day. Almost at 600 subs already. So thank you guys for that. I'm very appreciative of that, of course. Anyway, let's get into the preview here. It is, like I said, City v Newcastle tomorrow. It'll be Saturday, 12:30 for me. And I think that's maybe 5:30 for you guys over in the UK. Newcastle is at St. James's Park, which is, as multiple people, Pep, I think KDB said it as well last year, it's one of the toughest places to go and win in the Premier League. If we look at the expected lineup for Newcastle, it is pretty much as you would expect, of course. Nick Pope in goal, Lewis Hall, pretty solid left back out there, Botman and Shaw. Shaw's one of the better signings, I would say, of the season. He's been really good for Newcastle. Trips out at right back. Midfield is really impressive from Newcastle. Joelinton, Tonali, and Bruno G, which Pep had some major nice comments about Bruno G, talking about how special of a player he is. Harvey Barnes out left. New striker Nick Woltemade up top, and Jacob Murphy out on the right for Newcastle. Woltemade has impressed me in the games I've watched of Newcastle. He's big and he's kind of actually like skillful, so of course one to watch for sure. Injuries, as far as they go, Newcastle kind of have a good bit. Wissa hasn't made his debut yet for them after the summer signing. Asula is out. Harrison Ashby, who I am not familiar with, is out. Dan Burns suspended. And City target Valentino Livramento is also not available based on injury. More links back out for Livramento, and it looks like City may be interested in him in the summer. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you would like to see that race picked back up and we go back in for Tino Livramento. As far as injuries for City players, Kovacic is still out, yet to really make a debut this season. It looks like he might be out until January, which is unfortunate, and even potentially longer. We might not see Kovacic again for City if he leaves in January or leaves in the summer. It might just be an injury thing where he's not going to risk it and not want to miss out on the World Cup. Just my potential thought. Rodri also not yet fit from this sustained injury, which is kind of weird. Is it concerning? I don't think it's concerning yet, because we do have the likes of Nico G able to fill in and I don't want to say be Rodri, but fill in a positive way where we're not overly looking like, man, we would be good if we had Rodri. It feels okay that Nico G's playing as well as he has been. This is FotMob's predicted lineup. I will, of course, do my own predicted lineup. I don't think it'll be exactly like that. I would like to change it a bit. If you look at head-to-head, the series has really been dominated by City. 26 wins, 4 draws, 3 wins. However, Newcastle they're a good side. I know they're struggling this year. Last year we did 4-0 them, 1-1. It's been actually a while. It's been since September of 23 that they beat us, and that was in the EFL Cup. So I am hoping to go in confident and looking for a win, of course, even though I know I said Newcastle is an extremely difficult place to go win. They're sitting in 14th in the table, which I'm sure they're not happy with whatsoever. Only 2 points above relegation West Ham right now, which is crazy to think, a squad as good as Newcastle is down that low, but really missing Alexander Isak, maybe Wissa not being available as well. Meanwhile, City sit in second place, 4 points back from Arsenal, who have a big game against Spurs. You never know, they could drop points and we could move further up the table or closer to Arsenal. I guess not. We can't catch them this weekend just yet. Anyway, let's take a look at my predicted lineup here. I'm going to pull this up so we can do that here on the video. Got it here. In goal, of course, we will see Gianluigi Donnarumma. There's really no need for debate there. If my lineup builder would work, I could pull him up here. Looks like lineup builder is down at the moment. I will just do an audible here and go back to this screen and do it here with you guys. For whatever reason, it's not working today. So I will see Donnarumma in goal. I like that idea. I think this makes sense. As far as the back four, I also think this is accurate. We will see Mateus Nunes in at right back, as well as Diaz Gavardio partnership in the center of defense. Nico O'Reilly maintains his spot at left back for me. I don't think that back four is really changeable right now, especially in a big game like Newcastle. Maybe if it was the Cup, we could throw John Stones in. We could throw Aït-Nouri in. That's possible, but for me, I think the back four is as solid as it's been in some time, and that's probably what we're going to keep running with. Abdulkadir Kusanov, also an option. Maybe he gets a shout at right back, but I think for the time being, Nunes is playing so well, he is going to maintain that position. Maybe Kusanov gets in for Diaz. I don't think Gavardio. I think City want a left-sided center back available in any given match. So the right-sided center back is the spot for potential rotation, whether that is John Stones, Diaz, or Kusanov. I would probably say it's going to be Diaz, just my opinion. In midfield, this midfield three here, Nico G, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva. I tend to agree. I think it'll be Nico G, Foden, but I'm not sure about Bernardo Silva. I think it'll be Tijani Reinders in his place there. I know Bernardo Silva works really well in the midfield, and there are reports he's leaving after this season, but I think Tijani Reinders, Pep loves the guy. I think he's going to play there in that position. Nico G, Phil Foden, Tijani Reinders in the midfield. Out on the right, I know everybody loves Ryan Cherky, but without Bernardo Silva in the midfield doing that massive amount of work, I think probably we see out on the right Savinho. And I know that divides opinion a bit. Maybe there's a shout for Oscar Bob, who did score the winning goal at St. James's Park a couple of years ago. But I think it'll probably be Savinho out on the right-hand side. On the left, you have options of Omar Marmoush, Jeremy Doku. Most likely, we're going to see Doku. Doku was in really good form over the international break. Marmoush did score as well, but for the time being, that spot is Doku's as long as he's performing like he is, and he's been really impressive for most of the season. There have been some dips, and I don't want to overly glaze Doku because I know I'm a harsh critic of Doku, and he's had very good moments, but I think people are maybe taking it a bit too far, saying he's one of the best wingers in the world. I don't know that we're there just yet for Doku, but I do like him, and I think he's on an upward trajectory and definitely impressing me this season. But I do want to hold back on, best winger in the league or one of the best wingers in the world. I don't know if we're quite there yet. Up top, of course, we will see Erling Haaland start as the striker, having an incredible season, 14 goals in 11 games in the Premier League, which is ridiculous, on pace to beat his own record for most goals in a season. Will he get to 40? I hope so. If he stays fit, I don't see why he couldn't get to 40. Will he stay fit, though? That's, of course, the question. I would, as far as subs, really like to see Omar Marmoush in this game. Of course, I'd like to see Oscar Bob as well. And, I mean, for the most part, anybody we put out there, I'm feeling pretty good with. I am relatively happy to see most City players. I'm not really frustrated right now with anybody in particular, like last year where it was, man, if we see this lineup, it's not going to work. I think pretty much whatever we throw out, I really like, and I think Pep can work with, really. Even Aït-Nouri at left back, I'd love to see him get some minutes as well, potentially. So that is my preview for this game here. I do think City are going to win. I know it's a difficult place to play. Everybody agrees St. James's Park is just different, but This City team are playing so well, and I'm backing the boys. I'm going with a 3-1 win for Man City. We move up closer to Arsenal. Hopefully they get a draw or a loss against Spurs, but remains to be seen. I will have post-match coverage here on the channel, of course, after we watch the game. But like I said, no live watch along tomorrow. I have baby duties to take care of. So anyway, I do thank you guys for watching. On your way out, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the game, as well as sub if you're new. Very close to 600 subs here on the channel. So thank you guys. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow.